When you open the Siemens NX tool, this is the interface that you see. Here you have new, open, recently opened parts, assemble, touch mode, window, and help. Let us start with new. When you click on new, you have different options, which is multi-axis deposition, inspection, mechatronics concept designer, line designer work areas, and line designer, route, model, drawing, additive manufacturing, machining line planner, and manufacturing. So here I'll be selecting the model. You can select the unit which you want. It could be inches or millimeters. And here we'll select model again. Let me name this as extrude. You can name it anything based on the project you're working on and give OK. So once you click OK, this is the modeling interface that you get. Here you have datums where you can select datum plane, axis, or coordinate system, sketch, extrude, revolve, and many other base features. In the Home tab, we'll select Extrude, and here we'll select on this icon, which is the Sketch section. Once you select the Sketch section, you can select the plane where you want to sketch. I'm going to select it as the top plane. Click on the top plane and give OK. Now we are in the sketch mode. Here you have different options like profile, rectangle, circle, line, and so on. I'm going to select rectangle. In rectangle, we can either go by 2 points, 3 points, or center, and so I'll select the center, click on the length I want, and then place it here. You can select the size in case you're not happy with this selections. You can always click on escape and then select the sketch which you have created and click delete. So let's create the rectangle again. Click on the rectangle and here I'll select 70. Click on tab and then I will select it as 50. Angle, I'll keep it as 0 and click enter. As you can see, the rectangle sketch has been created. I will click on finish. We have exited the sketch. Here I will give the thickness as 10 mm and give OK. As you can see, our extrude feature has been created. Let us now understand the datums in the Siemens NX tool. Here we have the datum plane. We can select datum axis or the datum coordinate system. Let us begin with the datum plane. In order to create the datum plane, first select the surface where the plane needs to be created. I'm going to select this surface. You can always offset from the surface as shown below. Here, let us keep it as 0 mm and give it as OK. Let us create another datum plane. Similarly, we'll be selecting the surface from where we want to offset. This time, let us offset it by 15 mm. You can always reverse the direction as shown. And if you want to increase the number of planes, you can increase it by clicking on this option. So in case you want 10 planes, this is how it would seem. Right now, let us select 2 planes and click OK. You can see the planes are being created in the model tree. We can always hide the planes which are not needed for this study. I'm going to hide all the planes except these two. You can also hide the extrude feature or the datum coordinate system. Now let us create an axis which is offset from this plane by 10 mm in the reverse direction. Give it as OK. Select the axis and select where the axis needs to be created. So if it is intersection, click on intersection. Here it asks for the two objects that are intersecting. In our case, it's going to be one, the datum plane, and another datum plane. So I have selected both the intersecting planes and click OK. As you can see, the axis has been created. You can always hide by right clicking, or you can edit the parameters as shown below. In order to create a new coordinate system, click on this datum option. You can select the datum coordinate system. Here you have different options like dynamic, inferred, origin x point, x-axis, y-axis, origin, and so on. Let us start with dynamic, where you can move the coordinate system wherever you want by clicking on the mouse button and dragging the coordinate. To put it in a specific coordinate system, you can select selected coordinate systems and select the coordinate system where you want your new coordinate system to be placed. And once you're done, click OK. You can delete this from the model tree by right clicking on the model tree coordinate system and then clicking on delete. Same can be done with other datums where you can delete them whenever you do not want them. You can also hide the datum planes or options in the coordinate system by clicking on this. As you can see, even the extrude feature has been hidden. I'll hide the coordinate system as well, and the coordinate system is hidden. Let us now create a sketch in Siemens NX tool. To create a sketch, click on the sketch icon, select the plane where the sketch needs to be created. I am going to select this plane. Once the plane is selected, click OK. So now we have the reference and the plane. So let us create the sketch. I'm going to use the line command. Click on the length you want. I'm going to select the line command again, select the endpoint. The endpoint is seen when it's highlighted as shown. I'm going to take the vertical length of 7 mm, click OK. You can again select the endpoint. In case you want to have a continuous sketch, you can always select this profile, go to 4, select 2, and select 2 again. So you can just keep clicking on the dimension. Once you are okay with all the dimensions and the sketch, right click and click OK. So our sketch has been created. Click Finish to exit. As you can see, the sketch has been. In order to create a revolve feature in Siemens NX, click on the revolve feature icon. Before we go to revolve, you can either create a sketch from the sketch icon. Here I have already created a sketch, as you can see. So I will directly go to the revolve command. Here we have to select the curve. I'm going to select the sketch that was created. When it is specify vector, we can either select the vector from the sketch, which is the line, or if you have some other area where the axis needs to be shown, you can select it. For example, you can select the x coordinate from the coordinate system. Currently, I'll be using the sketch line as the vector. You can specify the angle. If you want it at 360 degrees, you can specify it as 360. As you can see, the revolve feature is created. I'm going to select it as 180 degree, and you can see the feature has been created to 180 degree. Once you're okay with the feature, you can click OK, and the feature will be created. I already have an extrude feature which was hidden, so I'm going to unhide it now. As you can see, both the features are shown. Let us now use the hole feature. In order to create a hole, you can select the hole feature from the Home tab. Here you can select the type of hole, the simple, counterbore, tapered, threaded, countersunk, hole series, and so on. So let me use counterbore for now. I will place the dimension as 6, the diameter as 8, hole depth as 6 mm, and the angle as 120 degrees. So click on the plane where you want the hole to be created. So I'm going to select the face of this extrude and click on the hole. So in case you want to change the dimension, you can do it over here. So as you can see, the angle gets changed. You can also change the other parameters based on your requirement. You can create another hole, or if you're satisfied with one, you can click OK. In case you want to change the position of this hole, you can go to the model tree, click on Edit Parameters, select the dimension that needs to be changed, and you can change the same. As you can see, I have changed the position of this hole. Let us now use the Unite feature in Siemens NX. To use the Unite feature, click on the Unite icon in the Home tab. Select the target body. I'm going to select this revolve feature and the tool as the another body. You can preview the result and then click OK. As you can see, a Unite feature has been created here. You can edit the same from the model tree. Let us use the extrude feature to remove material. In order to do that, click on extrude, select the plane where you want the sketch to be created, select the sketch feature. I'm going to select the circle and I'm going to type it as 2 mm as the diameter. Once it's satisfactory, click on finish. You can change the direction of the feature by flipping the direction. You can also change the distance as shown below. So I've changed it to 25 mm. You can change it even further, let's say 10 mm. And as you can see, the feature has been created. Click OK to exit the extrude feature. Let us now use the subtract icon. In order to use the subtract, let me create another extrude or another body. I will hide the datum planes except datum 2. Use extrude command. Select sketch section. Select the datum plane where the sketch needs to be created. Click OK. I'm going to use the arc. We are going to use arc by center and endpoints. Select the center. Select the radius as 5 and create the arc. Use line to join these ends. Click OK to finish the sketch. Here we will select symmetric value and take the value as 35 mm. Click OK to exit the extrude feature. I'm going to hide the datum plane. We have two bodies now. We are going to subtract one from the other. So the body which we retain, we'll keep it as the target for the tool. we will select the new extrude feature we have created. As you can see, this feature has been removed from the main body. Click OK, exit. Now let us use the edge blend command. Select the edge where the blend needs to be created. Select the radius and click OK. We will use another time. This time we have options like G2 curvature, where you can see the curvature is not tangent, or we could use the conic command where we can change the center radius. So I will set as 15 and change this value as 5. Click OK, and as you can see, the edge blend has been created. Let us use the chamfer command in the Home tab. You can see this is the chamfer command. Click on it. Select the edge where the chamfer needs to be created. I am going to select this edge. Select the distance if it's symmetric. So I'm going to create 10 mm and click OK. So as you can see, the chamfer has been created. We'll create another chamfer. This time we will select it as asymmetric, and as you can see, there are two distances that are being asked. I'm going to convert this to 20, make this as 10 and click OK. So this is an asymmetric chamfer that has been created. Let us now create multiple edge blends. Click on the edge blend command. I'm going to select circular. Select the edges which needs to be created. Click on add new set. Select the edges. Let us make this 10 mm. Click OK. And as you can see, multiple edge blends have been created on the extrude feature. Let us use the draft feature to create a draft on these surfaces. The draft feature is in the Home tab. You can see this icon. Click on the icon. Select the vector. I'm going to select the z-axis as the vector. You have to select the stationary face. This is the flat face from where the draft is going to be created. Selected the stationary face. Now we will go to the faces to draft. Select faces. We'll start by selecting this face. And as you can see, the draft is created. We will edit the angle. You can put it as 15 degree. I will place it as 5 degree. Click OK, and you can see that the draft has been created. I'm going to hide the sketch, and you can see how the draft has been created. Let us now learn about the shell feature in Siemens NX. In order to create the shell of this particular model, go to the Home tab. Here you will go to the shell feature. You have options of open and closed. So you can see what these two options mean in the preview. I'm going to select open, select the face, click OK. This thickness is too high for this particular model. I'm going to change the thickness to 2 mm, and you can see, since it is possible to create the shell feature is going to be created. Let us now use the pattern feature. Let me create an extrude feature on this plane. I will choose this. I'll use the circle command and create a circle. Finish. I'm going to give the distance as 4 mm, make it 5 mm, click OK. So this extrude feature is going to be patterned. In order to pattern, select the feature to be patterned, select on the pattern feature icon. I'm going to select linear. There are other options like circular, polygon, spiral, long, general, and reference. Let us start with the linear. We have to specify the vector or the direction to be patterned in. I am going to select this direction. We have 5. From 5 count, I will convert it into 4 count. Make the distance between each pattern as 8 mm and click OK. As you can see, a patterned. Let us now learn how to use the mirror feature in Siemens NX. In order to use the mirror feature, go to the Home tab, click on the mirror feature, select the feature that needs to be mirrored. I'm going to select the revolve 7 as the feature to be mirrored. You have to select plane along which the mirror has to be performed. I'm going to select the datum plane 4, select the plane. You can use show result to look at the preview. If it is satisfactory, click OK. The mirror feature has been created. Let us now use the move and delete commands in Siemens NX. I will hide this datum plane. To use the move command in the Home tab, go to the move icon, select the face which needs to be moved and specify the distance. I'm going to say 10 mm, and as you can see, the face which was a drafted face gets offsetted by a distance of 10 mm. You can deselect the face finders in case you want to select a different face. Right now, I'm going to keep it at this distance. Angle is 0. You can change the angle as well. So as you can see, the angle is specified from the face. If it is in a different direction, you can use negative and click OK. Now let us use the delete command. Click on delete. Here I'm going to remove this hole. So select the face, and as you can see, the hole has been removed. Click OK, and we have removed this hole. Now let us understand the offset command in Siemens NX. In the Home tab, go to the offset. Here you can select the face. We are selecting a single face. You can see there are different options. You have single face, tangent face, adjacent faces, feature face, region boundary faces, boss or pocket, rib faces or slot faces. Let us start with the single face. I'm going to offset it by 5 mm, and as you can see, similar to move, you have offset of 5 mm, and click OK. But right now let us try to use another offset option. So I'm going to undo the offset which was created. Let us create another offset, but this time let us select tangent faces. So I'm going to select this and this, and right now I'm giving an offset of 5 mm. You can see the feature has scaled or expanded by 5 mm since we had selected all the three faces. Click OK, and as you can see, the offset has been created.